Hello, everyone. Welcome to the latest episode of Two Wizards and a Mic, where a couple of old fogies talk about D&D and teach you, hopefully, how to make it better at your table, in your mind, in your dreams, and also in your local bookstore or library, for that matter. I'm Shane.
And I am Andrew.
And today we are going to be talking about that little old Backerkit that's happening, which of course you will find the link to down below. And if you are listening, definitely go to Backerkit and take a look for Cawood Publishing, which, I'm sure you know how to spell it. I mean, come on. If you're listening to this, you know everything about what we're doing. So what is the latest update on the Backerkit today? I actually was kind of excited because it's getting pretty close.
Yeah, it's getting better. I should quickly say for the other two Kickstarters, the Mushroom King books are actually the first Mushroom King books are actually arriving right now.
Excellent.
Yeah, so most people should be getting them this month, and there are a lot that have just been sent out. The next adventure is the Rivenhelm one, and that PDF we hope to have finished this month, and the printed books after that. And
Very
now
nice.
we have the Ghost of Wrath, as you've been talking about, the third adventure. And we have reached about 70% funded, and we have 2 weeks to go. So it started a bit slow, but and a few people, found it a bit of a surprise that we moved off Kickstarter to Backerkit. But yeah, I think more people are finding us. The thing is that we have a lot of people following the project who haven't pledged, even more than
Right.
normal. So we're hoping that, a number of those people come on, and there's the campaign page. And actually
Right.
right
Right.
there, just below the graphic with the book with the skeleton,
Right.
right in there, the first thing we've done for you is there's a downloadable booklet there of the first 20 pages of the Mushroom King adventure. So people can take that, they can download it, and you can get a really good idea of what our adventure books will look like, what the layout is like, how we've organized it. And yeah, I think it gives basically that's almost a third of the book you get for free just to take a look. And you can see here, there's the table of contents. And the book itself, the finished book, which people are getting now, is a little further along than this. This is an example while we were making it, but it's pretty
Right.
close to it's pretty close to the end product. There's a few edits, some more art, but this is very similar to the end product for the adventures. So you do get quite a bit of art. You get some background, but we don't want to give you too much fluff. We want to give you the things that matter. Yeah. There's
I just skipped over it. I don't want to, you can
yeah,
go
I
download it
love
yourselves.
I love rumor tables and those old adventures that Shane and I grew up on. So every adventure we have, we include a rumor table here, which it's always nice to kind of have some options.
I love that. The local blacksmith is spying for Eastland. False.
Right. Yeah. There's the local fishmonger is a hag.
The leader
Uh,
of the Thieves Guild isn't human.
that's
True.
true. Yes. And you actually just dealt with him. So,
That's right. That's right. We did.
and there is once again a wizard who might be familiar to people from our books. I won't give
Mm.
him all the details, but yeah. So what we do
Oh, look
is
at
we have
this.
the traditional, box text for the DM, and then the more information below that is the hidden information just meant for the DM's eyes. The box
Right.
text
Right.
can be read out. And that's our first map on that page just above there. So for this adventure, our first map, and all the maps for the adventures are from the Voyages workshop. And so this one gives you a good idea of a market area. That's where the story starts. In the Ghost book, the new one, the map actually that you see on the campaign page is the main map for the adventure. It shows you the whole area
Nice.
that the adventure takes part in. And then what we hope to do with stretch goals, especially, is give you more maps for the different areas. Yeah. So, for example, there's those castle ruins up on the top left.
Right
We'd
up
love
here.
to have a map of that, a map of the village, a map of the island with the ghost ship. So basically, the more funding we get, the more maps we'll be able to add to these different areas.
It is very cool. And we can never forget Wreck Beach.
That's right. People who know, yeah, people who know, our company, that sometimes we might include some names from uh, around here in Canada, or sometimes from South Africa, sometimes people we know. So one of the names actually on that map, do you know where I got it?
I let me look here. What
One of the names is from just looking at the credits of one of the official D&D books. I saw a surname and I was like, "Oh, I love that name. I love that surname." So,
which one is it? I don't, it must be
it's not
one of the
it's not Mason and Goodwin.
Oh, Haystack?
No. Haystack, that comes from the coast of Oregon and California, the Haystack rocks. We have them here
Oh,
in
nice.
BC too, right? They sort of the rocks that are just sitting off the coast, and yeah.
Well, it must be Barrow.
Nope.
What's left? Am I missing? I'm totally missing it. What am I
It's
missing?
higher. It's higher up on the map. It's not
Oh,
down. It's not.
Orin,
Sorry.
the
No, not
village.
Orin. Orin's just completely made up. Although it does have a connection to it being one of the original places where settlers landed in Mir. So that's why
Oh, okay.
Orin original. It sort of has a connection there, but it's mostly made up. Um,
But
but there is a name.
Salamar?
No, that's in the ocean. So it's on the land, just northwest of there.
The Narciso? Although the
Yeah,
castle ruins, then.
Narcissus.
Ah, right in front of my
Yeah,
face. Okay.
yeah. So again, if you look in the world of Mir books, there are lots of connections with the Narciso family in the history of Mir, the history of settlers coming from Zog to Mir, and that is a major part of this story. Um, yeah, and
Nice.
as we go along in the Kickstarter now, and as we get closer to funding, we're going to reveal more and more of the story. Again, we're not going to reveal everything because being a storyteller, I don't like spoiling everything, but we
Oh, well,
will
exactly.
reveal a bit more because we want the game masters to know a bit more about what they're getting themselves into. But we're not going to tell you everything.
No, we'll just show you snippets of little bits and pieces that.
Well, you'll get a pretty good idea. You'll get a pretty good idea, but you won't have every detail.
Right, right. By the way, I haven't seen this particular artwork before. At least I totally
Mhm.
didn't realize I had, but I just love that one. That one is very
Brand
cool.
new, yeah. That one
I'm
and the
liking it.
ghost ship are brand new. So
Nice.
yeah, so the beginning of the story is about this isolated coast, and the players, we give you an option in the book for them to be part of this smuggling gang, but they don't have to be. You could just start them out as locals and in the village nearby. And at the very beginning, there's this, ghost ship that appears in the fog off the coast, and it's still a bit further off. It's not right by the coast, and so rumors start to spread about what could this be, and that's the ship we see. And then basically what happens is the characters are presented this strange looking map, um, mostly because the person who is in possession of it, not that map, it's a different map, but
Oh, a different map. Okay.
yeah, they're a more basic kind of map, and they're presented this because he wants to know what is this. He's trying to figure it out, and then all of a sudden, this undead invasion happens. So So
Why
basically,
the undead keep doing that, I'll never understand. They just
so
keep
basic,
coming back to life.
yeah. So basically, the players have to decide, are we going to stand and fight or are we going to retreat and fight another day? You can stand and fight. You could run the adventure like that, but probably the better alternative, considering what's going to be coming, is to retreat at that point.
Right.
And there are people in the area who can be reliable, helpful NPCs and allies that can help organize the local people to try to deal with what's happened. And then the players get to explore the area and deal with this invading force and figuring out why did they come here of all places, right? This is in the middle of
Oh yeah.
nowhere. What value does that have? Like, people here make almost no money. Um, it's a very small village. Um, there's not even a big port. It's rocky. It's not really. It's kind of barren. It's not really that. There's not a lot. There's some farmland, but it's not great. So why did they choose this place? Why did they come here now? Who are they? So all of these mysteries are part of the adventure, and you can basically unravel, as many layers as you want. And as a game master, you can use, the adventure at different levels. If you want to have this really intricate plot, you can do that. If you just want to have the Walking Dead invasion hack and slash, you can do that too.
I love that. The idea of the hack and slash, like that to me is fun in small doses, you know.
For sure.
I think I kind of like the stories, but that's kind
Well,
of
and
awesome.
as if you do run it at low level, you can run it at low, mid, or high. But if you run it at low level, it's very satisfying for players when they're fighting zombies. Their armor class, I think, is eight or
Yeah.
nine. So that's pretty satisfying.
So for now, what was the? I want to ask about the question of like, what was the desire to change to a different funding platform? Was there a major thing, or did you just go, let's try something different? Or
Yeah, we wanted to try something different. We've been with Kickstarter for a long time. I think maybe it's 10 years now. Quite a while. Maybe, yeah,
oh wow,
9 or 10 years. We wanted to try something different. And the really nice thing about Backerkit is the platform, the campaign page is much more interactive. So we can have polls on there. We can do updates in a different kind of way. We can have live streams, which we might do for this Kickstarter. Yeah, and there's also the old version of the campaign page we were using. The add-on phase was really, for the most part, after the Kickstarter. The way that
right?
Backerkit works is it's very easy to include the add-ons from the beginning. So you can do that right now. You can see all the add-ons right now, and you can include them in your pledge immediately. So we have a fairly good catalog. We have the monster series, we've got the campaign setting, we've got a few smaller books, the other adventures, and then some stickers as well. So there, if you click on add-on there,
Oops, that's my pledge. We're add-ons right in front of my face.
so they're all there, and that's quite a few books here.
This is cool. Yeah, because I actually complained, I think, to you. I'm not sure which, but it wasn't you. It was the fact that I was trying to do like this. I was trying to
Right.
actually figure out, and you said, oh no, when you if you want to have those other ones, you need to go to the backer kit after the fact, and because I guess that's how Backerkit kind of started. It was like, oh well, you could do that, but here is a way to actually provide additional things. After a Kickstarter is done. At least that was my impression.
Yeah, no,
But
that's right. They did the back end of the Kickstarters,
yeah,
and many people combined Kickstarter and BackerKit. And then a few years ago, BackerKit said, "Why don't we do crowdfunding too?" So
well, which make to me makes total sense. Like,
Yeah, yeah, for
why
sure.
not?
Yeah.
But the so are you going to continue forward with future books on Backerkit, going back to Kickstarter, or are you done with Kickstarter?
Well, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. We'll have to take a look at how the campaign went. We still have quite a bit of the Kickstarter. Like it's only been a week, and we have
Right,
two
that's
more
right.
weeks, and we're only doing 3 weeks. So we've only done a third of the Kickstarter. So we still have quite a long way to go, and we have, we've about 2,000 US dollars, I think, to go, which is not actually too far to go for crowdfunding a book. And considering we have 300 people signed up to follow the project, and they'll get an alert near the end of the project, and they could join on. So yeah, we'll have to evaluate that, but we're not even halfway through this crowdfunding.
Got to go to yeah, here we go. I just wanted to show this here, just to kind of show off like how much stuff you've created using uh the Kickstarter platform, like the latest one, uh Rise of the Mushroom King, World of Mir, Monsters of the Dungeon, Feyland, Monsters of the Wilderness. The like, oh my god, like God, this is going so far back. I'm like, how
Yeah.
long has it been? Like, holy cow. But yeah, no, this is really cool. It's pretty cool. But you worked hard. Is my whole point is that you worked hard at this, and you've become, in my mind, like the Kickstarter Backerkit expert. And so the course from Cawood Publishing will be coming soon. How to do a Kickstarter in D&D. So for the rest of the, what is there going to be any surprises? Any things that are going to be coming with the Ghosts of Wrath, that because we have what, 14 days left?
Hmm.
Are there hidden things you haven't announced yet?
Yeah, there's always some of the Kickstarter and some of the art that we kind of save and we like to reveal step by step. So we have some more of that. And the biggest thing is really revealing more about the story so people have a better idea. And again, we didn't want to give every detail right away.
Yeah,
So
totally.
the Kickstarters and Backerkit campaigns are more of marathon than sprints. So we uh, we don't want to just rush ahead like we're running, the 100-meter dash the first few days.
Of course, of course.
So yeah, there's a few more things we can reveal, and if people look down the campaign page too, it also shows some stretch goals that we'd like to get to. So that would include adding more maps, as I mentioned before, so we could have more detail with the encounters, and we could double the size of the NPC monster section, and which is all illustrated, and then in general adding more art as well. So yeah, there's definitely more to show, and like I said, if we can set it up, we'd like to do some streams right off the platform. We haven't done that before, so we'd like to do that. I mean, a way of doing some kind of AMA, a place where people can ask whatever they want.
Yeah.
We could do that, and we have that platform. It enables people to ask the questions as well in the community section. People can leave comments and they can start discussions. So yeah, there's a lot of things we like about it, and yeah, we have more to say about the adventure for sure.
And are you going to be like George Lucas, where if you don't hit a stretch goal that you really, really, really want, are you eventually going to later on release a special edition of Ghosts of Wrath, or any of your other books for that matter?
Yeah, well, he has quite a bit more money than I do.
Oh darn.
So I mean, we have talked about it. Travis has talked about maybe redoing the monster books, changing the layout. So we'll see. I mean, have we really done that before? I don't like we never really because we haven't really redone. We've never redone anything because we want to give people something new.
Right.
Um, but later on, I mean, if we had the funds, the monster books, it would be interesting to do a new layout. And our original adventures, we had an original adventures that were one of those Kickstarters where we have this campaign which you can purchase for levels 1 to 20. I think it's eight PDFs. It's hard for me to remember. I'm pretty sure it's 8.
That was the
And
adventure, the World of Mirror Adventures one, volume one
yeah,
and
the
two, right?
Adventures in Mir. So it'd be nice to do that and give a proper treatment of, professional layout, fully illustrated. I think they're fine with the way they are, but we could definitely redo that and make it better. Um, yeah, we'll have to see. We have so many options for the next adventure. Like Travis came up with a couple of really good ideas actually, and then I have about 10, 12 adventure ideas that I've sketched out. Yeah,
Nice,
so
nice.
yeah, the chances are we probably won't redo stuff. We won't because we want to give people something new. But
Well, I agree because Wizards of the Coast, as you and I have complained about, or mainly me, is that they repackaged past adventures over and over and over again. Now, I can't speak for, say, version 3 and 4 or 4 or 5 or whatever it's called.
right.
Um, but I know that I can't really think of anything absolutely brand new, never been done before. Now, I'm probably forgetting some adventures because I don't have them all in my head, but I know that off the top of my head, I just can't think of a single one where we haven't seen the material before, um, or at least a variation of. I suppose maybe there's a few variations of former adventures or former material that maybe I'm being a little too harsh, but I don't know. Maybe not. What do you think?
You're right. Most of the so-called new adventure books have been updated versions of the old adventures. And off the top of my head, I suppose Out of the Abyss has some new sections. There's part of it is like the D1 to 3 series that Gygax wrote, but there's a fair bit of it is new, and I do like that one for the most part. But other than that, I can't really think of one that hasn't gone over previous content.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the thing because when I look at like the maps that like Greyhawk or any of those classic maps that we've seen for years, um, they have the adventure books that we've played and that we've read before. There are so many areas of that map that I have no idea what's up there. There's been some people that have collected together material from like was it Dragon magazine and a few other sort of sources that they were putting together to say, "Oh, this region has these kingdoms or this and this is what we know about them." And but I've never seen adventure books really dig into that. Probably homebrew stuff, but um so there's things like that that I think are important and to sort of delve into and experience. But the same thing for the world of Mir. There's so many areas that as a player haven't been to yet,
Mhm.
and every so often, I mean, actually, I think it was with Voth. I think when we went, we flew there on those high elf thing. Yeah, high was it high
Airship,
elf? Like,
an airship.
but yeah, there were things there that that we wanted to experience and and I sort of consider that you threw us a bone a little bit. Here's an adventure idea that I have for this area, and let's just do it now and see what happens. But which was kind of cool, um, dying on the ice and stuff. But yeah, there was just I really want to go south to that big continent of desert land that I'm
Mm,
kind of curious about. So, but future adventures, everyone, future adventures.
yeah.
We'll get there eventually.
Well, you actually are going to a new place this weekend on Sunday.
Oh,
the story is heading into a place you've never been.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. That I'm looking forward to. Is my character still alive? Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I thought of finding a way to tie our campaign to this Ghost of Wrath adventure. And I could have done that, especially, a DM can use the old portal trick. You go through a portal and you're in another world.
Exactly.
But there's actually connections that I could have used to tie the stories together. But I think it's better because we're going to a different part of Zog that we haven't ever explored. So I think it's better to explore that, and then we could maybe use that later in an adventure. But yeah, it's going to be something really new. And again, it's up to what you guys choose to do.
I'm looking forward to it. I am. We don't play enough. We need to play more, everyone. I think we should start an online live stream with all of us in little tiny boxes doing voices and things and whatnot. Any final words before we close it up today? Because it's a short one.
Yeah. We just want to do a short and sweet update you on the Kickstarter. Next time we'll get into some game discussion probably. But yeah, people can check out the Ghost of Wrath. 2 more weeks to go. 70% funded, so we can definitely get there. And the link, as Shane said, will be down below. And yeah, and take a look at the free download of the first adventure we've done, which, as I said, is arriving in the mail all over the world right now.
Excellent. I'll just come pick mine up, whenever, You don't need
Yeah.
to mail it. But thank you everyone for watching, for listening, making sure that that you can of course post things down below and or what are those things called? Comments. Good lord, comments and things like that. And get involved and also check out the Backerkit, all those kinds of fun things. And we'll see you all next week. Bye everybody.
Later.